always, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Almighty Riding Dirty Show. The show we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. This is the platform for the movers and shakers, the people that are definitely doing their thing when it comes to changing the world as we know it, all right? Whether it's through arts, entertainment, music, authorism, entrepreneurship, philanthropism, however you're bringing change to the world, then we are the platform for you, all right? As always, I'll always like to start the show off by saying one time for the good people over at WRFG 89.3 FM, our FM radio home for the past 15 plus years. Definitely one time for everybody who checks us out on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning. Love you guys for definitely being supporters. I've watched a lot of you guys grow up. And, man, I definitely support y'all for rocking with us. I also got to say one time for the good people over at Live365.com. For those who don't know, Live365.com is the internet's oldest streaming service. But more so than just being a streaming service, what they are a hub for internet radio. Now, what Live365 do is they allow terrestrial radio stations or companies to broadcast their internet radio station via the internet. And we've been blessed and fortunate enough to launch our own internet radio station via Live365. All right. Now, the way to check out our radio station is very simple. Go to live365.com. Go to live365.com. And in the search engine, type in the word ride, the number 95. That's ride 95. Okay. Now, click on the station logo. Once you click on the station logo, you'll hear music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, you might ask yourself, Vic, how can we check out the radio station via our mobile device? Well, guess what? That's just as easy. Just as easy. All you have to do is download the Live365 app. Once you download the Live365 app, all you have to do at that point is go to the search engine, type in Ride 95. Once the station logo comes up, then you got us locked in. Music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, okay? All right, so please, lock us in, check us out. All right, today is September the 9th. Let's see what we got going on as far as celebrity birthdays. I definitely got to say happy birthday to one of my favorite actors in the world. My man has so many movies. He's brought so many dope projects to the screen. I got to say happy birthday to actor Adam Sandler. Today is Adam Sandler's birthday. Definitely happy birthday to Mr. Adam Sandler. All right? Now, got to say happy birthday to entrepreneur, the man we know and love for KFC, Colonel Sanders. Today is Colonel Sanders' birthday. Without no Colonel Sanders, there would be no KFC. Definitely happy birthday to him. Gotta say happy birthday to newly joined new member of the LA Lakers, my man J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith turns 35 years old today. Happy birthday to J.R. and continued success to the mighty LA Lakers. I'm definitely rocking. That's my squad, the Lakers. So happy birthday to J.R. Smith. Let's see what else we got going on here with the birthdays. Got to say happy birthday to rapper Young Berg. Definitely rapper Young Berg has changed his name on the production side. But Young Berg turns 34 years old today. Happy birthday to Young Berg. And that is about it. That's all I have for celebrity birthdays for today. Let's see if we got anything going on in the news arena. Gotta say one time and congratulations to Miss Serena Williams. She just moved on to the semifinals in the U.S. Open. So congratulations to Serena Williams. Always performing at a top-notch level. Whether you love her, hate her, she's always performing at a top-notch level. And definitely one time for her. All right, we've been talking to you guys about the whole Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation. Well, Tory Lanez have officially came out and said, yes, this incident did occur. And it occurred because he had too much to drink. All right? Okay. All right. Now, there's a vicious rumor out there about wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. All I'm going to say is y'all check out the Riding Dirty Radio TV page on YouTube. And Find out for yourself, man. Check out the Riding Dirty page on YouTube and find out what their rumor is. All right. One time for my man Will Smith. Will Smith has a brand new drummer coming to the Peacock Network. You know, Will Smith always keeps it moving when it comes to moving and shaking. Again, one time. All right, one time for the Baby and Roddy Ricch. The song Rockstar has officially been named Billboard's #1 song for the 2020 summer. So definitely one time for those guys. And last but not least, in news, I told you guys it was coming. Travis Scott has a brand new McDonald's meal and merchandise. There's a commercial that's already started airing. So one time for Travis Scott and his $6 meal. Oh, and last but not least, it's going to be a battle of the old school icons, battle of the songbirds, battle of the R&B icons, as Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight face off in a classic versus battle. Okay, and I know I keep saying last but not least, but this is last and not least. It seems like your favorite rapper, no, I'm just joking about your favorite rapper, but my man Tekashi, his sales are steadily dropping. You know, he dropped his album on Friday called Tattletales. Well, it's already dropped, and he's looking at maybe 50,000 copies of the album dropping. All right? That's it for celebrity news. I gave y'all celebrity birthdays. I also let you know how to check out our brand new radio station, Ride 95. Now it's time for me to do what I enjoy doing most. That's talking to the people on the street. That's talking to the people in the communities, the people that are making waves, changing our society step by step, brick by brick, as we speak. And today is no different than any other day on the Riding Dirty platform. You know, this platform is for all. This platform is for everyone with a story. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the Riding Dirty platform, country singer, Mr. Todd Barrow. How you doing, sir?
Hey, man, I'm already enjoying. I've been listening to all you've been talking about. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Everything's good. I'm glad I'm here.
Mr. Todd, the first thing I always do with every guest on this platform is I welcome you to the Riding Dirty platform, and I also thank you for coming on, being a guest, sharing your story with us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Likewise.
All right, so let's jump into it. Let the world know what Mr. Todd, can I call you Mr. Todd? Is that okay?
Man, you can call me what you want, man. You can call me Bob. You can call me whatever makes you comfortable. The Mr. Todd's great, man. I love it.
All right. Let the world know where Mr. Todd Barrow is from and what was your introduction to the music business?
Well, I was born in Dallas, Texas.
What?
In Texas.
Todd. Every time I have someone on this platform that mentions that word Dallas, Texas, I have to abruptly interrupt them and ask them, are you a Dallas Cowboy fan?
I'm trying to hang on. I'm trying to hang on to the boys, but I would have to say yes. I'm with them. I've met Dak and Zeke and a lot of them on occasion. So yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan.
Okay, Todd, because even though I've never ever had an opportunity to go witness a Dallas Cowboy game live in Dallas, Texas, I always go see them when they make their very limited trips to Atlanta, because I am one of the biggest Cowboy fans to never ever grace that stadium. But I love those Cowboys.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great to know. Good stuff.
All right, so when did you first and foremost fall in love with the music? And secondly, when did you realize you had a talent to do music?
Well, it all started really growing up, listening to music around the house. My parents were very musical, and I was kind of groomed in it, doing talent shows and doing competitions, and quickly realized that this was something I'd probably be doing the rest of my life, and that's why I pursue it, and the good that it brings, the change that it brings. Music's powerful, and we can we can make a difference as artists out there.
Okay. Now, being in talent shows, what was that first age that you can recall getting up there on that stage, getting in a talent show in front of people, doing your thing?
5 years old. I was 5 when I did my first talent show at a school, and I was pretending to be Elvis Presley. I did "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog" kind of thing, because I love Elvis Presley, and among many artists across the board in all genres. But yeah, it was a really exciting experience, and really helped me to realize that I love being in front of people and entertaining.
Okay, now what was that first experience like? How did the crowd perceive you?
Well, I won first place, and the crowd was going crazy. And when I came off, all the teachers, were gathering around, and all the students, all the kids. And of course, we're very young at that age, obviously. But there was just an excitement there, there was just an energy that was coming out, and I was like, okay, wow, this is a good effect. It's kind of intoxicating, really, to see that happen.
Okay, so after that winning, what was the next steps for you? Like, when did you finally get an opportunity to get in the studio and start recording?
Yeah, it's interesting. I was first in the studio representing the Boy Scouts of America. I was asked to do a jingle, and I think I was about 10, and I went into the studio with some other kids, and we did this jingle for the Boy Scouts of America. And, it was just a cool thing to get in front of the mic, and hear yourself and the headphones and just what happens in the studio. It's really a great thing to be involved with. Man, I fell in love with it. I was like, okay, I can already see myself in the studio more too. Let's just add that to everything that's going on.
Okay. Now, when it comes to creating music and being a performer, who are some of the people that you respect most, and who are some of the influences that make you want to be the best artist possible?
Yeah, there's a lot, and I got to tell you, I love California Love. I don't know if that song just rings out to me. Dr. Dre and Tupac, probably one of my favorite songs. Every time it comes on, I'm like, my head's just bopping up and down, but there's so many. I mean, Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight you're talking about, and of course in the country scene, Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash and Charlie Pride, and there's a long list. And then I've got some close buddies that are pretty well known in the industry that I collaborate with too, that are influential.
Okay, so at this point in your career, what has your singing journey, what has your musical journey been like?
Well, it's been interesting because, as an artist, most of us are very emotional, and we want to express ourselves through the music. And so what I've learned to do is really try to reach the heart of people, not just speak to their mind, but really speak into their heart. And I sing from my soul, and it's everyday life, like the show talks about. It's just doing the things you've got to do in the world we live in, but most of all, just being approachable and trying to write songs and record songs that people are going to relate to, and that I can really direct them in their lives. Hopefully they succeed and they go after what they want in this world too, in their dreams.
All right. Now, as a independent artist, what have been some of the struggles? Because I know that independent road is just like being an independent broadcaster. A lot of times we know we're just as good as some of the mainstream people, but the road isn't as smooth, or it's just a little rockier. As an independent artist, have you faced any struggles or challenges?
No, of course. I mean, if I've heard a saying that says, nothing in life's worth getting unless it takes a risk. And and of course, my motto too is never give up. So I just set out to be who I am and put the best work out there, and knowing that you just got to keep swinging at the ball, and eventually you're going to hit something, right? I mean, and if it's good, people are they're going to want it, and then it'll take you to more arenas and different places, and attract bigger, the powers that be or whoever to want to promote you with your music. And I think that I've really kept true to my roots. I really haven't been told what to write. I've really never been told what to sing. I think that's one of the benefits of being an indie artist, is that you pretty much control your art and what you're putting out there. And secondly, that there's resources out there, shows like yourself, that do interviews, that introduce you to more people and engage. And there's a lot of resources out there that indie artists can have that the big labels have as well. And you just got to, learn how to use the tools out there, and eventually, you can make headway with your talent and your music.
Definitely. Now I have to ask this, because country music has definitely changed over the years. My next door neighbor loves country music, but he likes more the traditional country music. I fell in love. I think Kane Brown is super dope. That's my favorite country artist at this moment.
Nice.
Can you describe the differences in the country music? Like, some of it seems more storytelling, almost like blues, and some seems a little more upbeat. Can you describe the different variations of country music?
As I can, I can sum it up for you right here. One area is pop, and the other is traditional twang, backroads country. There's been a big debate over that from Texas to Nashville, as you can imagine. Of course, there's other Nashville artists now. They're pursuing more the Texas sound, and some artists in Texas are pursuing the Nashville sound. Now, not all of it's bad. You just got to, if you like it, you like it. That I'm not going to downplay anything that people, that's what they gravitate to. But I would say this, that traditional music, in my opinion, which I really try to stick to closely, is that it just has more of a heart feel to it, and really telling a story from a country artist's point of view.
All right. Now, with that being said, how important is ensuring that their story is told to you?
I think that the story has to have, of course, ebb and flow with it, consistency and the right texture and what the message is, but really clearly knowing what that message is. And I think that that's one of the things why I fell in love with country music, is because it just keeps you grounded. It just keeps you, focused on the things that really matter. God, country, family, friends, doing the right thing, giving your shirt off your back when someone needs it. Someone runs out of gas, you're taking them a tank of gas, you're taking a gallon of gas and fill them up, get them on their way. But the story to me really needs to say what is really going on in this scene here. And is it believable?
Okay. All right. Definitely. No doubt. Now, let's talk a little about your work and what fans will get when they hear Todd Barrow. Like, describe your style, and I know your stories and the realness is in your music, but describe what a brand new ear will get from listening to your work.
Well, you're going to get a real country vibe. You're going to get a sound that is unique, and it's definitely going to tell you who I am. You're going to feel my heart in it. You're going to get to know me really quick, and will carry you into your next journey or your adventure or whatever it is. But definitely that'll keep you on the high points and kind of bring you out of the low points.
All right. How? Because we definitely live in an era of World Wide Web, social media. How has the internet influenced how you get your music to the masses?
Yes, it's changed a lot, and it's really been beneficial actually. And I have so many people that send me a form on my website. I have a form people fill out, and they want to get in contact with me for either a show, or they got a song they want me to listen to, or they want some tips on how to make it in the business today, or just that they're simply following what I'm doing and supporting me. But yeah, it's been amazing, and social media is the king, man. If you don't work social media, I mean, you just can't really get yourself out there and make an online presence. And a lot of radio stations that I've done interviews with, or TV appearances or interviews, they always tell me, one of the things that struck us is that you are out there. Your name is like, you Google it and it's everywhere. And I said, well, if they don't know where I am, they're not going to be able to find me.
Definitely. So look, let's talk a little bit about, because I definitely got to play this record before we end the show. Let's talk about your current record, Girl Like You. Tell me a little bit about it, the concept when you wrote it, the production aspect. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do. Girl Like You is one of my favorite songs I've ever written in my life. I knew it was going to be a country hit when the theme hit my brain one night. I was just sitting at home, picked up my guitar, started strumming some strings, and then the messages came to me, and then it just like poured out of me because, dealing with all the COVID-19, all the stuff on Netflix, like with Tiger King, and all the, all the drama going on, and people just going crazy, trying to figure out their way, in the new world, right? I mean, and so Girl Like You was just, it was just meant to be, man. And I love it. I love when I went in the studio. There's a studio I used here in Fort Worth, Texas. My engineer is Tanner Landry. I use one of my bass players used to play with Miranda Lambert and still does some work for her in the studio. And I got a friend of mine who's the drummer, and then a phenomenal guitarist out of Dallas. So it's quite the team. It just all comes together.
All right. When can we expect a full length, or is there a full length project out there on Todd Barrow?
Well, I'm trying to get some stuff together. I'm trying to put out some new material. I'm working on some new songs that I can put together, probably just like an EP. So it's on the radar to put out an EP because a lot of fans are asking for it, and different areas of the industry that they want more of that project kind of thing and not just a single release. So yes, I've got some songs I'm working on. I'll be in the studio next week and trying to get that going.
All right. My last question, and I just thought about it, because not only am I a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I'm a big wrestling fan. And you said Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah.
You said Fort Worth, and it made me remember the Von Erichs. Are you familiar with the Von Erichs?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? The Von Erichs? They were my heroes, man, growing up. I used to go see their matches all the time. I was actually beginning to work out in a gym with their cousin that I later on found out about. But man, the Von Erichs were the team. I mean, those guys would crush it, man, on the in the arenas.
No doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got some common ground here, man.
I know, I know. So Todd, let's end it like this. Let's definitely end it like this. I want you, first thing, is let the world know how to keep up with Todd Barrow, whether it's website, social media. Drop all the information on them, and then introduce your latest record to the world.
Okay. You can find me on www.toddbarrowmusic.com. That's my website. Please take time to read my bio and check out what's going on there on my site. I'm also on Twitter at Todd Barrow Music is my handle. Instagram, Todd Barrow Music 1. And on YouTube, of course, Todd Barrow Music. And any kind of social media out there, Reverb Nation, and all the digital stores have my music as well, accessible. iTunes, Spotify, Pandora. You take your pick. But this is my song that I'm proud of. This is Girl Like You.
Appreciate it, Todd. Have a blessed day, sir.
You too, man. Nice to meet you, man. God bless you.